An urgent financial alert has just been released, and it could have a significant impact on seniors, veterans, and Americans living on disability benefits. A newly enacted directive is reshaping how government support payments are being distributed, focusing attention on those who rely most on programs like Ssdi, and VA benefits. For millions of people, these payments are more than just numbers on a statement. They are essential for paying rent, covering medical bills, buying groceries, and keeping the lights on. The changes being implemented now are designed to target those in acute financial need, streamline the process, and deliver money more efficiently. Understanding exactly who qualifies, how the payments are being issued, and what to expect in terms of timing is crucial for anyone dependent on these benefits. Welcome back to Truth Lens, the channel dedicated to bringing clarity and insight into the policies and programs that directly affect your financial well-being. Here, we break down the complex world of Social Security, retirement income, disability benefits, and government support in a way that is straightforward and actionable for everyday Americans. If you rely on Social Security or other fixed income programs, or if you know someone who does, this channel is designed to help you stay informed and prepared. Seniors across America are facing rising costs, from healthcare premiums to grocery bills, and staying on top of these changes can make a real difference in daily life. Today, we're walking through the latest updates on government support payments, who will receive them, and why this policy shift matters for millions of Americans struggling to make ends meet. This new directive represents a major shift in how economic support is delivered. Previous approaches often spread funds broadly, which could delay assistance for those in immediate need. Under the current framework, payments are focused on individuals already enrolled in a federal benefit programs such as SSI, Ssdi, and VA compensation. By concentrating resources on those who rely on them for essential expenses, the government aims to ensure that help is both timely and impactful. The IRS is managing the rollout, using updated verification systems to reduce errors and minimize delays, a critical step in getting money to those who need it most without unnecessary complication. So who is affected by this new policy? There are three primary groups. The first is recipients of Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. This includes low-income seniors, adults with disabilities, and certain children who qualify for support due to specific medical conditions or circumstances. For many of these households, SSI payments are a vital lifeline covering basic living costs like food, shelter, and medicine. The second group is individuals receiving Social Security Disability Insurance, or SSDI. These are people who have paid into Social Security during their working years but are now unable to work due to a qualifying disability. SSDI provides a dependable source of income, and any adjustments to payment timing or distribution can have a direct impact on monthly budgets. The third category includes Veterans Affairs beneficiaries, which encompasses veterans receiving disability compensation or pensions, as well as some surviving spouses. Taken together, these groups represent some of the most financially vulnerable populations in the United States, and this targeted approach is designed to prioritize their needs. Understanding how payments will be distributed is critical for recipients. For most individuals, payments will be automatic. Those with current bank account information on file with the IRS can expect direct deposits to appear in their accounts, often without any action required. For people without direct deposit, paper checks will be mailed to the address on record, and in some cases, prepaid debit cards may be issued as an alternative. The IRS is cross-referencing data with the Social Security Administration and the Department of Veterans Affairs, which means some recipients might receive verification requests before payments are processed. The exact amount varies depending on the program rules, and while official dates haven't been released, Historical distribution patterns suggest that many could see their funds within a few weeks, though some may experience short processing delays. Ensuring that your bank information, mailing address, and personal details are accurate with all relevant agencies is essential to avoid unnecessary delays. This policy shift is significant because it moves away from a one-size-fits-all approach to a precise, needs-focused model. Instead of sending funds broadly to a general population, resources are being concentrated on SSI, Ssdi, and VA beneficiaries, groups that often rely on every dollar for essential living expenses. Streamlining the distribution process and reducing errors means that funds reach households faster and with fewer obstacles. For seniors on a fixed income, this could be the difference between paying rent on time or having to make difficult trade-offs between groceries, medications, or utility bills. For millions of Americans, this isn't simply an extra payment, it's a lifeline. There are several important questions beneficiaries often ask about these payments. First, do you need to apply? Generally, no. Eligible recipients typically receive these payments automatically, provided their information is up to date. Second, will your regular monthly benefits be reduced? The answer is no. SSI, Ssdi, or VA payments will continue as scheduled, with these additional funds being issued on top of existing benefits. Third, what if you've recently moved or changed banks? Updating your information with the IRS, SSA, or VA immediately is critical to prevent delays. Lastly, is this a traditional stimulus check? Not exactly. Unlike a broad-based stimulus, these payments are targeted, intended specifically to support those already enrolled in federal benefit programs and who depend on them for essentials. With news of new payments comes the inevitable rise in scams. Fraudsters often exploit these situations using phishing emails, fraudulent calls, and fake websites to try to steal personal information. The best defense is vigilance. Recipients should only rely on official government portals, including ias.gov, ssa.gov, and va.gov. Never provide social security numbers, bank account details, or passwords to anyone who contacts you unexpectedly. And remember that legitimate agencies will never charge a fee to expedite payments. Protecting your personal information is just as important as ensuring your payments arrive on time. To prepare for these changes, it is essential to verify your eligibility and ensure that all personal details are accurate. Regularly checking the IRS, SSA, and VA websites for updates and announcements will help you stay ahead of any schedule changes. Even small updates like a change in mailing address or bank account can prevent delays in receiving these vital funds. For seniors living on fixed incomes, every week counts, and having accurate information ensures that payments are delivered reliably and promptly. This proactive approach provides peace of mind and reduces the risk of encountering issues that could delay access to necessary financial support. The modernization of this distribution process also highlights the government's effort to create a more efficient system for delivering aid. By leveraging updated technology and cross-agency verification, millions of Americans may see faster deposits, fewer errors, and less administrative hassle. For seniors struggling with rising costs, this is particularly meaningful. From housing to groceries to medical bills, timely access to funds directly translates to a higher quality of life and reduced financial stress. The system is being designed not only to meet immediate needs, but also to establish a model for future targeted assistance programs. The broader implications of this shift are significant. By focusing payments on those in most need, such as seniors on Social Security or individuals on disability benefits, the government is attempting to prioritize financial equity. Historically, blanket payments could dilute the impact of aid and create delays for those who needed it most. With this new framework, resources are being concentrated where they have the greatest effect, ensuring that households most reliant on federal support receive timely and meaningful assistance. For many, this is not a minor administrative change. It is a practical improvement with real world consequences for daily living. Ultimately, this directive is about more than money. It is about security, dignity, and stability for millions of Americans. Seniors and beneficiaries who depend on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA compensation will now experience a more streamlined and reliable process for receiving the support they have earned or need to survive. It reflects an understanding that timely, accurate, and targeted payments can make a tangible difference in people's lives, from covering essential expenses to reducing financial anxiety. As these payments roll out, remaining vigilant, informed, and prepared is the key to making sure every dollar reaches you without interruption. Staying updated on IRS, SSA, and VA announcements, confirming your personal information, and safeguarding your data against scams are the steps that will ensure these changes translate into real benefits. For seniors and vulnerable populations, this policy shift is more than a technical update. It is a practical tool for survival in an increasingly expensive world. By concentrating resources on those most in need, the government is attempting to provide a meaningful lifeline, ensuring that critical funds reach households where they matter most.